Hi everybody, welcome to another Chats with Chaudhry. I hope you're safe and well. It's a lovely sunny afternoon in Surrey today, and actually it looks like it's sunny with my guest today for Chats with Chaudhry. Because today I'm joined by Saba, who is newly, congratulations on the promotion, Director of Product Management from IDEX Health and Science. And today we're talking about innovations in chromatography and trends in bio-inert UHPLC. So Saba, lovely to see you. How are you?
I'm doing great, Rizwan. How about yourself?
Very, very well. Now that it's sunny, it was a bit wet and raining this morning, actually, but it's turned out lovely. And actually, I can see the sun shining. I mean, I love your office, actually, because you've got such big windows and you've got so much greenery behind you. So I always love talking to you. So it looks lovely sunny where you are this morning. And where are you calling on for just people to know where you're actually based at the moment?
I'm actually based out of Massachusetts in a town called Westford, about like 40 minutes west of Boston City. And I guess you can see through the window, we actually do have about like 2 feet of snow on the
Oh,
ground.
do
So
you? All
it,
right.
it is cold, but the sun is slightly out there.
Fantastic. All right. Well, at least you're indoors, so you're keeping warm. So, before we start talking about chromatography, for those people who are not familiar with IDEX, could you give us a quick overview of the company and what you do, and also your own background with as well, if you don't mind?
Yeah, sure. So with regard to IDEX, IDEX Health and Science is actually a global leader in fluidics, optofluidics, and microfluidics. And then we basically provide a threefold advantage to our customers in the optofluidic pathway solutions with your strategic partnerships, solutions, expertise. IDEX Health and Science is actually part of IDEX Corporation, which is headquartered out of Lake Forest, Illinois. As for my role, I've been with IDEX for about 7 years now, and I have held a few roles within the organization with the product management capacity. And as of more recent, right, currently I'm the director of product management. The key part of my role is basically taking the markets and market trends and customer needs and translating them into products or subsystems that will help provide that advantage to our customers, right? And I love doing that with like basically collaboration, technical savviness, your interpersonal relationships, and just overall cross-functional unity, so to say, right? And with that, what we strive to basically provide more value-based solutions that will help our customers be successful and strategic in the market. My background, I actually have an engineering degree, and after that I have done my MBA in technology management from the New Jersey Institute of Technology, and have had previous experience in the computer science and also in semiconductor industry prior to joining IDEX.
All right. So very broad. So, obviously, you're talking about you work very closely with your customers. Now, the last year has obviously been a very difficult period, both for the general public, but also obviously organizations working across life science and so on. So, looking back at the last 12 months, how has the pandemic impacted IDEX, and also how's it impacted how you work with your customers?
Yeah, for us, our value is like really believe in customer obsession, right? So what the customer wants and what the customer needs is what basically what we strive for, and we drive that with our core values of trust, team, and excellence. And with that, as a supplier, we totally understand how our actions basically impact the day-to-day functioning of our customers and the implications that further it has to their end customers. We are an essential business, so our manufacturing services actually have remained open through the entire period of time during the pandemic, that is. And then, our manufacturing sites have also done a phenomenal job in first and foremost trying to keep our employees safe. And you know, the other aspect is that I think we as an organization have also adapted really well, as you know, most of the organizations have, in terms of the whole work from home situation, while keeping the productivity and the continuity in the business going, right? So I think that has been a big challenge. Anyone who's in the, you know, 2020 was definitely a very unprecedented year. We keep hearing that over and over again. But then, you know, from various things, from the characterization of the new virus to mass testing, you know, we've played a very critical role in actually helping our customers, you know, in their instruments and services 24/7, basically, to fight the COVID-19. We work with like many diagnostic, sequencing, and biotech companies who are, you know, whose instruments and solutions are working towards the pandemic, basically. And then, you know, we do provide what do you call optofluidic solutions that are utilized in a variety of instruments that are focused in, say, virus identification and evolution monitoring, focused on new drug development, vaccine development, antibody development, molecular diagnostics, critical patient diagnostics, and also your quality and test control for the vaccine development.
Right. And in terms of working with customers, though, have you found their needs have changed over the last 12 months?
I think, again, you know, being in the pharma and biotech industry, I think all our focuses have been more so, you know, how can we help towards this, you know, help towards the fight towards the pandemic, right? Try to get the world to a better place. And I think all, you know, we're all striving to do the best that we can. All of, you know, my role especially, right? I mean, I would be on the road at least 40% of the time. And now it's just kind of, you know, same thing with our customers, trying to adapt to this new mode of work where you're helping build those relationships. I think relationships is something so critical to the business nature, right? So, you know, doing regular check-ins with the customers, or the customers doing the same thing with us, adapting to the supply chain issues that are there because of like global shutdowns across the economies and things like that. So yes, I think most of the companies are really striving to, you know, really adjust, but we are a resilient group of people for sure, right, across the world. That's why I feel that we have definitely strived to, you know, fight against the odds and adjust and adapt and transform, basically, to the new way of life.
So if we look at chromatography, then what are the main challenges and problems that your customers come to you in relation to chromatography?
Yeah, we actually partner with our customers to collaborate, manufacture, and provide the solutions that are more aligned with the latest needs, their latest roadmaps, the next gen technologies, basically. You know, the end goal is basically to strive to make the scientist's life easy, right? How can our solutions help our DNA team at our customers' end? And then what we see that, you know, the modalities are basically getting difficult, and with that, ease of use, integration, and integration with reproducibility is becoming more of a need. And with this integration, you have also the compactness and universality of the components.
Right.
So most of our technology development over the last year, that is actually even continuing into this year, has been mainly focused on these specific things, right? Like you have your bio-inertness, your ease of mind, or your universality. Last year, despite all the challenges, was a very phenomenal year for the Fluidics group, because we ended up releasing a lot of products. To name a few, we had on the degassing side of the instrument, we had film degasser, high performance, high efficient degassing chamber that could be optimized with a more user experienced and intelligent control system with our constant performance degassing pump. We had low pressure fittings, intuitive, torque limiting to help support that, again, the ease of use. Marvel X peak cell tubing for high pressure connection systems, and then the bioversal sample loops, right? Again, all of them kind of like catered towards the ease of use, universality, bioinertness, as I mentioned earlier. And one thing was that it wasn't that we kind of like, developed these products to keep in mind, they weren't specifically developed to combat the pandemic. However, they can be definitely leveraged very, in various instruments and assay developments related to the healthcare applications, basically, right? And then when you look into, say, an example would be, I'll take the foam degasser and the constant performance pump, or degassing in general, right? Your diagnostic testing kits that are used basically for COVID-19, you can actually end up producing a lot more reliable results and prevent anomalies with proper degassing over there. And then you can counteract the outgassing that can affect the validity, the economics, or the regulatory aspects of the instruments by having these right solutions in place, right? And then the other thing that I wanted to add was that, with the advent of this whole the COVID or the SARS CoV-2, the pharmaceutical and the biotech industries basically have aligned a lot of their resources on the development of the vaccine or therapeutic drugs, right? And then in support of those, the different types of analytical instrumentation technologies, like the most commonly known as like the UHPLC or mass spectrometry, that have been put into these research labs to basically increase that throughput and the pace of that development as well.
Right. So you mentioned bio-inert UHPLC. So what actually is bio-inert UHPLC, and why has it become a more popular application?
Right. With the basically bioinert is something, when you say like, non-metal fluid pathway, right?
Right.
You're seeing a lot more increase in the protein and biomolecule analysis, like, with regard to your peptide analysis and things like that,
Right.
that really require highly inert flow path, but at high pressures as well. So
Right.
these bioinert components basically are critical because they help reduce the unwanted surface interaction between your biological samples and the pathway, basically, right? So it's like basically the surface where the solvent or the solution can actually stick to the surface, right? And so it is very important, and I think in this space, like PEEK is becoming a very commonly used bioinert material, along with, say, titanium and MP35N are some of the other ones. But these unwanted interactions can cause your protein samples to stick and also lead to sample loss. So I think from that perspective, we have really focused our innovation in this space, in the bioinert UHPLC space with PEEK or PEEK line solutions. This is basically to help our customers reduce the stress related to, say, peak shapes or the sample losses, right? And the bioinert solutions also, what they do is the components are also very resistant to harsher conditions like low or high pH conditions or salt concentrations. So with that, I think, we offer solutions not just at the component level, but also at the subsystem level to help address this with our customers, or help provide our customers with these solutions. And then with the fact that it is metal-free, these components also and solutions also actually have a great play in the ion chromatography space.
Right. And where do you see, though, the trends going forward around chromatography then this year and moving forward?
I think it's going to be more focused on that the drug development, the pharma analysis, right? The vaccine development. I think a lot of that is going to be focused on what we are dealing in this world. Obviously, there's also a lot more with regard to the analysis, right? A lot of the analytical components that help in, say, the food and water analysis and chemical analysis. So there's a wide variety. We see a lot more environmental regulations that are coming up. So we feel the trend in that space kind of picking up as well. So overall, I think a positive outlook for 2021.
Right, fantastic. And so if people want to know more information about the sort of solutions you've been talking about, where can they get more information? And do you have any other events coming up where they can get more information?
Yeah, I think for as an immediate thing, we have just released a blog that is basically focused on the COVID-19 solutions and how we as an organization are helping our customers support with their various, like, components, subsystems, solutions, partnering in this fight against the COVID. So that is available on our website, and then also we have the LinkedIn and Twitter channels as well, the social media channels where all the latest information can be found.
Fantastic. All right. Well, I'll put the links for that above this video so people can use that. So I think that's all we've got time for today. But Saba, thank you very much for taking time out to talk to me. It's lovely to see you, and lovely to see that lovely view outside your window, even though you can't really tell you've got 2 feet of snow outside your window, to be fair. So it's very misleading. So stay warm, but thank you very much for your time. It's lovely to see you again.
Thank you so much, Rizwan, for taking the time as well. It's a pleasure always.
And I hope you all found that useful. If you'd like to know more about IDEX, more about chromatography and how they can help meet those challenges, then please check out the website, check out the blog. The links will be above the video. Or if you've got any questions for Saba based on what she said today, then feel free to put them in the comments below the video, or you can message her directly. She will be tagged on the video, so you can send her a direct LinkedIn message as well. I'm sure she'll be delighted to hear from you. So all that's to me say is, Saba, thank you very much. Have a wonderful 2021. As I said, I hope you stay warm. Have a fantastic, happy, healthy, successful 2021. And thank you all for watching as well. Same to you. Until next time, as always, stay well and stay safe. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.